Good morning students, welcome back to BBVM online. Okay, now we were in chapter number 4, grade 12, we were in chapter number 4, determinants. In the last class, we discussed how to find the determinant of a square matrix, 2 cross 2 or 3 cross 3. Now today we have properties of determinants. There are certain properties in determinants which you should be aware about. Now first property, determinant of a square matrix is always equal to the determinant of its transpose. It means if I interchange the rows and columns of any square matrix, the value of the determinant remains unchanged. Say for example, I have taken a determinant here, 3 cross 3. Let us find out the determinant of this. Now its determinant 3 into, I will leave this row and column, 1 minus 6 becomes plus 6. Next element will be negative. Already it is minus, so becomes minus plus 4 multiplied by, again leave this row and column, cross multiply, 1 into 1 1, minus 2 into minus 2 is minus 4, becomes plus 4. Next plus 5 multiplied by, leave this row and column, remaining 4 elements, cross multiply, 3 minus 2. What is the result? 6 plus 1 7, 7 into 3 21, 4 plus 1 5, 5 into 4 20, plus 3 minus 2 1, 1 into 5 5, 20 plus 5 plus 21, how much? 46. The value of determinant is 46. Okay, now I see. What I do is, I will interchange the rows and columns. First row becomes first column, 3 minus 4, 5. Second row becomes second column, 1, 1 minus 2. Third row becomes third column, 2, 3, 1. Let's see what is the determinant here. Now 3 into 1 minus 6 becomes plus 6. Next element will be negative. Minus 1 into minus 4 minus 15. Next plus 2 into, leave that row and column, 8 minus 5. 6 plus 1 7, 7 into 3 21. Minus 14 and minus 15 and minus 4, minus 19 multiplied by minus 1 is 19. 8 minus 5 is 3, 3 multiplied by 2, how much? 6. 21 plus 19, 14 plus 6, 46. What was the value? 46. What does it conclude? It concludes that the determinant of a square matrix is always equal to the determinant of its transpose. This was the verification of first property. Now, second property. If each element of a particular row or if each element of a row or column is 0, then the value of the determinant is 0. So in this determinant, say for example, I take this entire column number 3, each element as 0. Let's see what happens to the value of determinant. Every element in column number 3 is 0. So 3 multiplied by 0 minus 0 minus 1 multiplied by 0 minus 0 plus 0 multiplied by 8 minus 5. 0 into 3 0, 0 into minus 1 0, 8 minus 5 3 into 0 0, all 3 zeros added together becomes 0. So this was the verification of property number 2, that if each element of a particular row or column in a determinant is 0, then the magnitude of determinant will also be 0. Okay, now coming to third property. If each element of a row or each element of a column in a determinant is multiplied by a constant quantity k, so the determinant will also be multiplied by the same constant quantity k. And the extension to this property is, if I multiply an entire matrix, if I multiply a square matrix by some constant quantity k, then the determinant of matrix Ka will be equal to k to the power n times determinant of matrix A. What is n here? N is the order of the matrix. The matrix can be 2 cross 2, it can be 3 cross 3. Suppose it is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Then determinant of Ka will be equal to k square times the determinant of A. If A is a 3 cross 3 matrix, then this will be k cube multiplied by determinant of A. Let's verify both the parts of this property 3. We know that determinant of this is 46. Okay. What I do is, say I will multiply second column or anything, second row or third column, any one column or any one row by a constant quantity. Suppose I multiply second column by 2. What happens? 3, 1, 2. Second column, each element is multiplied by 2. Minus 8, 2, 6. Third column remains as it is. Okay. Now, according to the property, the resultant, the determinant of this particular new matrix should be equal to 46 multiplied by 2. Why? Because I have multiplied second column by 2. Let's find out the value. 3 into 2 minus plus 12. Minus plus 8 multiplied by 1 minus 4 becomes plus 4 plus 5 multiplied by 6 minus 4. 12 plus 2, 14. 14 into 3, 42. Now 4 plus 1, 5. 5 into 8, 40. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 into 5, 10. 42 plus 40, 82 plus 10, 92. What was the determinant? 46. Now 46 multiplied by 2 is how much? 92. So this is the verification of the first part of property number 3. Now second part of the same property, if I multiply every element of this matrix by a constant quantity k. Suppose this is matrix A. Say I consider this as a matrix A. And this is determinant A is how much? 46. Now I multiply matrix A by a constant quantity, scalar quantity k. K means say I get 2A. So each element of the matrix will be multiplied by 2. So this is 6 minus 8, 10, 2, 2 minus 4, 4, 6, 2. This is 2A. Let us find out determinant of 2A. Okay, determinant of this matrix. So 6 times 4 minus 24 becomes plus 24. Next element will be minus of minus 8 is plus 8 multiplied by 4 minus 16 becomes plus 16 plus 10 multiplied by 12 minus 8. So this is 24 plus 4, 28 into 6 plus 16 plus 4, 20, 20 into 8, 160. 12 minus 8, 4, 4 into 10, 40. 6 into 28, 168 plus 160 plus 40. What is the result? 8, 368. What is 368? 368 is nothing but 8 times 46. How did we get this 8? We multiplied matrix by what? 2A. So we multiplied it by 2. What is 8? 8 is 2 cube. 8 is 2 cube. So if I multiply a 3 cross 3 matrix by a constant quantity k, so its determinant will be multiplied by k cube. If I multiply a matrix, square matrix of order 2 by a constant quantity k, its determinant will be multiplied by k square. This was the verification of third property. There are few more properties which we'll discuss in next class. Thank you.